Today on the show, we're looking at the latest Marvel's Avengers Marketplace updates for the end of May, and we're going to talk a little bit about the devs' comments regarding the Red Room takeover, the bugs, the glitches. Well, you guys know. That episode is right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Assemble. I'm Matt. Good to see you. Good to have you here on the show. Today, it's all about Marvel's Avengers, and I want to talk a little bit about, number one, what is going on in the marketplace, and two, we've got the comments and feedback regarding the latest dev stream over on Twitch for Marvel's Avengers and Square, some of the updates that we will see, and some that we will just not see in the future for the game. First thing I want to talk to you guys about is some of the skins. I want to talk to you about the latest drop that we had in the marketplace this week with Marvel's Avengers and the skins. Everything from Hulk to the new blue Holo designs, aesthetics, and Matt's new favorite, which is obviously going to be that Endgame Iron Man skin. Now let's first take a look at the new Endgame skin of Iron Man. This one is by far one of my new favorites coming out of this entire game. Some of the skins and a lot of the skins when it comes to, say, like Iron Man, for example, I really haven't cared about that much just because I feel like they're just like a recoloring of them. We'll get to the blue Holo ones in a minute, but I found that I really love the attention to detail and everything when it comes to the Iron Man skin. But what a lot of you have mentioned, what I've even seen online, is that there is a glitch when it comes to Iron Man's suit, where there's actually some green coming through into his shoulders, and that we're seeing the pop-in textures for that. I personally haven't experienced that in my playthroughs, but I know that even on the devs Twitch stream that they did the other day, they did mention that there is going to be a fix for this, so stay tuned for that. But I love the overall design and how accurate it is, and it's fairly easy, I would say, to be able to push through an Iron Man skin because it's just a full robot suit versus that of like trying to make a, you know, Black Widow accurate movie skin, or Thor, or, you know, the other ones. We've also got Hulk's legendary outfit here from Endgame, and again, it looks pretty good. For me, Hulk is not one of my mains, and I don't really feel like I would be going down to drop any coin when it comes to Hulk, but it is nice to see that they were trying to release some of the Endgame suits here. The purple and the gray on his suit, it looks pretty good, and it is movie accurate, which is nice to see. Unfortunately, we can't get any redesign when it comes to his face. What I would have liked to see is that they actually did use Bruce Banner's, you know, his glasses and cleaned up the hair to be able to make it a little bit more movie accurate for what we got. But all in all, I think if you are a Hulk fan, that it is a good skin. Okay, then we get into this whole rundown of the blue Holo skins. This has me a little perplexed, and it leads into the rest of the conversation with you guys. We have all the main characters here, from Thor to Kate Bishop. We've also got another skin for Miss Marvel, which I actually do like for this one, for the blue Holo. I thought that this one was fairly good, and I like the jacket that she was wearing overall. And then you've got the Hulk one, which looks like a reskin of a different one that we've seen in previous marketplace rollouts. And it's got just this blue shine to it, but like the Kate Bishop one skin there, where she's got the arrows in her head and she's all pinked out and just this shiny blue texture on it, it does nothing for me. This whole lineup for these skins at 900 credits, it's not enough to be able to grab me. I don't have any interest in that. I love the Iron Man Endgame one because that one is movie accurate, and I wanted to be able to get my hands on that one. But these blue Holo ones are really not of any interest to me. But let me know in the comments, do you guys like these new blue Holo outfit skins that they have actually released? The only one that I would consider, like I said, to be able to pick up if you're interested, I kind of like the Miss Marvel one, but that's about it. And the last thing that we have at the bottom here are the new nameplates, the animated nameplates through Red Room Takeover that you're seeing here for about 200 credits that you're going to be able to look at. Captain America, Kate Bishop, we've got Black Widow as well, and the Hulk. And there's also the like standard one that you can unlock, which is just going to be kind of the Red Room, and it just graphic the lava going over and over again. And these are kind of cool. I do like the Black Widow one with her guns, but again, for nameplates, and they're pushing these things out that you have to purchase, is again one of the core issues that I have with the game. This leads into the second half of this conversation with all of you guys, talking about the Red Room takeover issues that we have seen, tying this whole little nugget together for you. One of the big things that has come out from the Red Room takeover that players have seen is that they're having significant bugs and glitches when it comes to the game. Players are already reporting that they cannot complete the Red Room takeover. They're having issues where all enemies are spawning at once and they aren't able to go up and complete the actual missions themselves. And this is just a huge issue as they have rolled this whole thing out. The biggest piece of news that came out as players were wanting to see is they wanted to see some feedback and some form of either compensation or rework or extension of the Red Room takeover event to be able to help players out that were having such issues. For myself, I didn't have any. I played Red Room takeover on day one. I completed the whole thing and I enjoyed it because it was a little bit different than the other events that we've seen so far. And I like that we were getting new harm room levels that'd just be able to freshen up my experience. So I was playing something at least a little bit different and being able to test my skills with different players when you are dealing with the lava and you got some of the jump pads and things like that. It mixed it up a little bit. The developer stream that they did last week and just a few days ago mentioned this and they touched on this, and the one little line that they did bring up is that they don't have any intentions right now of fixing this. They have no intentions of extending the Red Room takeover event, so as it is scheduled to expire in this coming week, they're not going to extend it for players, nor are they going to be doing any type of fix. So they're kind of just leaving it as is. They're not going to go back and be able to extend it to be able to compensate players in any form or fashion. And unfortunately, they are not going to rework this system. If they release another Red Room takeover event down the road, then we would probably see those fixes coming in. But as it stands, this whole event, if you are experiencing those bug issues and those glitches, it's not going to get improved. And this is one of the biggest problems where I feel that developers are focusing on skins over substance, that the rewards for a Red Room takeover event, there are no real significant rewards for players, that where I would want to be able to see that we could get maybe those Red Room skins as part of the rewards for completing the whole thing versus just maybe a plate. And even the other plates that we showed you in the marketplace today, we have to purchase them. And I think that this is where a lot of the issues outside of the actual issues of the gameplay itself, where we're having bugs, crashes, and the XP issues and things like that. Champion XP is an issue. Outside of that, I feel that the incentive for players to complete these events isn't enough for them to be able to come back into the game, and that they're not grinding towards anything substantial. I like the Champion XP, but I find the system itself is a little wonky right now, and I'm having to really grind out for Champion XP at like one level, and it's not what I want to experience because I'm not being able to get anything beyond that, beyond just actually getting the boost in XP. I would like it if they would take the Cosmic Cube event, for example, and I don't know if they will, and I don't really think they will do this during that event. I just would have wished that for Red Room takeover or future events that they integrate some of the rewards like nameplates, like some of the skins for that specific event, and make them some sort of unlockable achievement at the end of it. By completing the Red Room takeover, I felt like I just kind of completed it. I had my fun for a few hours and that was it. I was ready to move on. And the big push from them was, hey, at the exact same time, we're releasing the Iron Man, the Hulk skins, things like that. We got the Black Widow skin out there for MCU, and then we have these Holo outfits as well, all in the marketplace for purchase. We've got Red Room takeover and nameplates that are epic nameplates, but that's all at a cost. And during this time of the event, they've also been introducing heavy discounts on previous skins that you're seeing 30-40% off for Hawkeye or Hulk skins, for example. And this is, to me, this is not the direction that you should be going in. You want to be able to reward players within game for things like skins. If the only thing that we can do to build off this game is to get skins as the reward, so be it. If that's what we're grinding towards within these events, then celebrate it and boost it up for players to be able to enjoy themselves a little bit further by being able to, work towards these epic nameplates, or if it is going to be an Iron Man skin for Red Room takeover, something like that. You can still have all of those cosmetics to be purchased. That's fine, but you want to be able to get something specialized for players in there. Red Room takeover, unfortunately, is not going to see a rework for this iteration in this round. I think overall players were happy to see it there, but they are looking for other things down the road, like mega hives. They are looking for some endgame content, and on the developer stream anyways, they're saying we're taking the feedback, we're pushing it back to the team, but there are certain things that they have to work towards and they have focused on for their roadmap. Cosmic Cube is scheduled to come out in June, it feels. And we are probably going to get that Captain America MCU skin in June as well. They did say that there are no MCU skins for the rest of May. So the Hulk, Black Widow, and Iron Man ones were ready, so they released those. And it looks like we are probably going to get the MCU Captain America for June around Cosmic Cube and that event. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What did you feel about the Red Room Takeover event in general? And what do you think that needs to be reworked right now as we get into June and we are looking towards Cosmic Cube as the next event from Marvel's Avengers and Square? Thank you so much for joining us here on Assemble. I'm Matt. Do me a favor, if you guys enjoy the show, like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you enjoy doing that thing. You get updates on all the content we do, from Marvel's Avengers to WWE to all the gaming nerdy stuff that we love here on this show. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and as always, thank you all for assembling with us. See ya.